Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. So last time we defeated Glunder, I believe that was his name, who was guarding the entrance to this beautiful place, Firelink Shrine, and we made it in. So this episode we shall begin things off by embedding the coiled sword into this ashen pit here. And thus the true Dark Souls begins. So, from this bonfire we are able to travel on to the High Wall of Lothric, which we shall be doing pretty soon. First of all, though, I wish to talk to a couple of the NPCs in this area, because I find them quite important. First of all, there's this gentleman here. Souls players will recognise similar characters. Souls 1 had a character called Crestfallen, or simply Crestfallen, which was a rather morose and depressed individual that hung out at Firelink and basically forced his own insecurities on us. And there were a few other characters like that dotted around the other Soul series. This gentleman is no exception.
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled our works. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the lords of Sindar and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to light the fire. Not fit to lick their boots.
So,
Don't you think?
so we are unkindled, which I guess is this game's equivalent of hollowed. We've been resurrected with one sole purpose. We apparently were dead, so that part earlier where we came up from the ground was us being resurrected by the bell on our solemn duty to find the Lords of Cinder. So that explains that a bit better, which is quite interesting, because it's nice to have a little bit more background on who we are and what's going on here.
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends, those who would lick the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
No, apparently not, mate. Here's another character. She's just a generic shopkeeper.
Pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveller. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away.
So interestingly, she claims to be undead.
Wretched souls, and bring them to me. As is thy wont? No?
So, talk.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash.
Okay.
With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
So, she's given us a little bit of a hint there on getting other items.
One, be sure to bring new souls.
As you wish. And this guy, who will be very familiar to anyone who's played Souls 1. He's probably one of the most important characters. He is our blacksmith.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I wager. You'll require good arms.
I have two of them. Two good arms, sir.
I am a smith. Such is my purpose. Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large. when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They
Thank you.
take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
Thanks, Andre. I'll be back.
Be careful. I don't want to see the work squandered.
So, yes, Andre was quite an important character in Souls 1, although he was more important originally, and a lot of content about him got cut, which is a bit of a shame. Ah, yes, there's a character up here I want to talk to as well. He's also one of the few characters in Souls 1 who who actually had a moving mouth, which I found really strange and quite jarring. Now we can talk to one of my favourite characters once I remember which throne he's on. He is a Lord of Cinder. There's this gentleman here. And I still got the wrong throne. I'll get there eventually. Right, let's try that again. Hello!
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords.
Indeed.
I am Ludleth of Thorland.
Hello, Ludleth.
Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charmed course. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look.
Yes, Ludleth is one of my favourite characters in this game. He's very interesting and he's quite noble and honest from what I've heard of him so far. I'll go into that in a second. Let's just talk to him again.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords, as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a Lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a Colossus.
That is my favourite line that he utters. It's just so heartfelt and really a good sign of a really nice character anyway. So I'll leave him be for now. I won't. Yeah, I may be small, but I'll die a Colossus. It's just, I don't know, that line really chokes me up. So yes, he's talking about linking the fire, which obviously fire is a big thing in this world, as you can tell. Even the ember we carry within us, the flames of the bonfire. This world will fall into darkness without the flame. So, needless to say, men and women from all over different times and periods came and linked themselves with the first fire, or the first flame as it is called. This is called linking the fire, unsurprisingly, and to do so the people who did that, who linked the fire, had to burn for all eternity. They were undead, so they could never die, they would just burn. Eventually even they too would cease to burn, and the flames from them would slowly die, meaning that someone else would then have to rise up and dethrone them and become become the next person to link the fire. And this is of course where I believe the Lords of Cinders come in. These are the people that throughout time have lit the flame, and now they band together to burn in order to make the fire last longer, which is it's quite cool. I'm interested to see where they go with it. Anyway, that's enough chatting with NPCs. Let's get on to the actual meat of this. We're heading off. I'm going to travel to the Wall of Lothric. I am going to be making a lot more progress in these videos than I did in my original ones. But I can assure you that will slow down very quickly. Eventually I will be going back to playing this blind once I've caught up with where I got to in my first run. Just a warning, I may look competent now, but that is not going to be the case later on. Right, we are here. Lothric. It's pretty dark and miserable in here, I must say. Although, once we find the exit, we shall have a dramatic reveal of the true face of Castle Lothric. Oh, it's so fucking beautiful. Man. It's Analondo on steroids. This place is gorgeous. And you can really see, like, the creators of Souls have put, like, many of their different games into one with this one. It feels like a love letter to the fans, really. Because even in this area alone, I can see bits of all the different games. So it reminds me of Bloodborne with the arches there and the gothic stylings. It reminds me of Analondo with the beautiful spires and the sun beaming down on the place. It's even got a little bit of Demon Souls in there with the Boletarian Palace, which, you know, this place, like I say, this game really does seem to reference its predecessors and at least acknowledge them, which I really like. There we go. Right, so what do we have? Where are we heading first? I think we should head down here first. I mean, there's just so much going on here already. Lots of guys praying. A couple of unkindled knights, or hollowed. I'm guessing they'd be unkindled. That's the new name we're going with, I feel. And there we go. That guy there rallies up some of the peasants to fight for him. Pretty cool. There we go. We got an item. So, and this, I mean, this is a sign of what's to come. The corpse, presumably, of a dragon. Or, in this case, I'm guessing a wyvern, because, yeah, its wings are got claws in them, a bit like more like a wyvern there. Okay. What do we have down here? That's one. Yeah, we're really steaming through this game right now, like compared to the first time. Whoop. Another soul. Another one to add to the stockpile. Okay. Come in. Oh dear. There we go. These knights are getting more advanced now. You there. Be gone. So if we head up here, this guy flies down. Yeah. We are not going to be fighting that for a while. I'm just hoping we can goad him into... There we go. So as you can see, you can get him to do your dirty work for you. Oh dear. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I was expecting to take a lot more damage just then. Right.